I want to talk about some things that I did that have held back my career as a photographer. And the first one is working too much. I went through a phase of working 16-hour days, 7 days a week for 6 years. It was not good. It was not productive. It was not conducive. I'm much better now. Yesterday I got to 3 p.m. and went, I'm tired. And I went home, which is pretty good for me. I wouldn't normally do that. I'd normally stick it out until 5. But working for the sake of working is something that's really held me back. And I've ended up fatigued and just going at snail's pace because I couldn't stick it out. And yes, sometimes you've got the deadline and you've got to put those hours in, but you have to rest and recover as well. It's so important. Now, this is something I did at the very beginning, and it's shooting too much with no intent. These 365 projects are nothing more than fun. They won't make you a better photographer. You need to be able to do a shoot, have some time, analyze it, have some time, work out what to improve, have some time, have a go at improving it, have some time, reanalyze it, and repeat and repeat and repeat. You need that breathing space. You need that intent, that time to be critical, to have other eyes on your work, to get the feedback and then go, right, this is what I've done so far. Here's what's good. Here's what's bad. Let's have another go. How are we going to make it better? It's really important not to shoot too much. You need the space to learn and to just absorb it all in. This is the biggest one for me. It was not chasing a niche early enough. At one point, I was shooting weddings, drum kits, bands at music festivals, band promos, headshots, family portraits, restaurant food, you name it, I shot it. I even did a music video. Because of this, although I was busy, I was getting paid so little that now, for 1 day's work, I'd have to do a month of that just to make the same amount of money. And obviously, looking at the previous point where you need the breathing space to get better, I wasn't getting better. I was just hammering away and I was busy like an idiot. What I needed to do was charge more money, so I had to shoot less often so I could get better and better. And there's a real thing with this. You have to have the space to improve. And if you don't have a niche, you can't charge that value. No one's paying you £10,000 to shoot a headshot, a band shoot, a wedding, and all these different things because you're not a specialist. You're just a person with a camera. As soon as I realized this and as soon as I moved over, it had a huge impact on my career, and I wish I'd done it so much sooner. And directly after this, it comes to not being too cheap. I lost jobs at the start because I was too cheap. People were coming in 5 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand ahead of me in their quotes. And they're going, we're not going with this person here because he's so cheap. There must be a problem. There must be something wrong. And I knew this as well because when assistants come to me going, can I come and work for free? I'm like, absolutely not. I need a professional assistant who's got experience, who knows what they're doing and demands a good day rate. That's what I need. I don't need someone working for free. There'll be a nightmare. There'll be a liability. I'll have to teach them. I'll have to help them. I'll have to do it for them. I'll have to pick up the pieces and they mess it up and break stuff. And it's the same thing, but for some reason I couldn't see it at the time. I was too scared. I didn't have the confidence. But yeah, just double your day rate today and thank me tomorrow. Now, this final one is something that I've not suffered from so much, actually, but I get a lot of questions about, so I want to address it anyway. And that's thinking too small in terms of location. I get a lot of people going, I live in a small town, what can I do? I don't live in a big city. It doesn't matter. In the last years, I've shot in Madrid, Sicily, Paris multiple times, Brussels, Amsterdam, where else have I been? Lots of places, and all over the UK. I'm in London most weeks when we're not in a pandemic. So your location is irrelevant. Your work is what's relevant. And this is why you do need a niche, because if you don't have a niche, people from further afield won't book you because they don't know what you do. There's loads of people locally everywhere who do everything. So these people are going, I can't niche down because it's too small of an area that I live in. Doesn't matter. I've only done 2 jobs in this country this year. The rest of them have been abroad. Granted, can't do that right now, but it's quite common that 50% of my income comes from different countries and working in different countries. I get a decent chunk each month coming in from a client in the States. Don't ever go there, but that's where they're based. And it is quite normal for this. We're in a very global economy, and it's great. It means that no matter where you are, as long as you've got your niche, people know what it is you specialize in, they're going to book you. If you're enjoying these videos and you like this sort of business advice stuff, do hit subscribe. I'll see you next time.